The Tree-Line Rifle, the newest weapon added in Season 6 2025, and the 14th sniper to be added to codm, coming right after the LW3 Tundra. And its addition seems very promising, having the scope options of a marksman while being able to match the aim time of the outlaw. So, is this weapon worth using? Let's take a look at the history, the stats, and see for ourselves whether it's going to be a meta or meh. The Tree-Line Rifle is a sniper from COD Vanguard and is based on the Mosin Nagant, with Tree-Line being its nickname. This sniper has seen a lot of action, from the Cretan Revolt in 1897 to as recently being spotted in 2023. But one of the famous uses of it is in the hands of Lyudmila Pavlyuchenko, aka the legendary Lady Death during World War II. So, this gun has a pretty rich history behind it, but what about in game? In codm, it's a single-shot bolt-action sniper rifle that has a base fire rate of 51 rounds per minute, which can go up to 64 rounds per minute and as low as 46 rounds per minute with attachments. The Tree-Line Rifle has 2 damage phases, but its difference in lethality doesn't change that much. Just follow the rule of body for multiplayer and head for Battle Royale, as these would be the killing blow for set modes. Most of its other base stats are slightly less than average compared to most bolt-action snipers, so I'll speed through them. Movement speed is 4.15 meters per second, sprint speed is 5.23 meters per second, ADS walking speed is 1.41 meters per second, sprint to fire speed is 240 milliseconds, but of course this can be ignored through jumping or walking before shooting. A full reload on the Tree-Line Rifle takes 2.6 seconds, while a tactical reload takes about 2.1 seconds, so not a huge jump. You may have noticed that I skipped one important aspect of any gun, and that's the ADS speed, going at a blazing 340 milliseconds. Now I know it doesn't seem that impressive, but this is actually faster than the base Outlaw, and it's actually leaning into marksman territory of how quick it is.
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
And that is what we're gonna build our TLR to be, a quick scoping rifle. But there is another option that I'll like to show a bit later. But let's first focus on our quick scoping build. First, replace your barrel with the Empress 514mm barrel. The decreased damage multiplier and the damage range is pretty negligible since it still retains the same one-shot capability. For our stock of choice, it's gonna be the Zach Custom MZ, since we get faster aim speed and the aim walking speed as a bonus. And in turn, there's zero reason to pick the laughably bad Empress Marksman stock. And actually that's it. We got 3 more attachment slots remaining and you can do whatever you like. You can silence it with a Quicksilver silencer, which is the superior silencer option. Maybe take advantage of the reflex sights you can equip. And if I were you, maybe equip fast mags. And boom! There, that's your quick scope build. About that other option. If the first one was called the quick scoper build, then I'd like to call this one the Manhunter, bringing back the glory days of the stopping power Arctic 50. Rest in peace. This rifle gunsmith one-shots anywhere on the body, up to 44 meters. Perfect for people like you and I who have a feet fetish. Let's start by throwing everything away, except for the Zack stock. Zack stock, my beloved. Anyways, the key to this build is stacking damage multipliers. Start by replacing your barrel with the Kovalevskaya Kaya A200mm or 1MN barrel. Next, switch your mags out for the 20-round 30-06 mags, increasing your mag capacity by 3 times, while also making your reload speed, your fire rate, and your handling stats even worse. But who cares? This is a true sniper build. After that, you can add on the MK2 stabilizer muzzle as the cherry on top for extra damage range. And now, you can one-shot anywhere on the body up to 44 meters. Congratulations. We now have 2 builds for 2 different playstyles. One for the doped up madmen who play Shipment 24/7, and one for actual sniping. Wow, that was a lot to cover honestly, and to write. But now let's discuss the downfalls of the TLR. Currently, in its base form, the Tree-Line Rifle is only good at 2 things: aiming and damage. Because most of the competition beats it in almost everything. Handling, check. Firing, also check. Some other stuff that I can't think of, also check. There's a lot of things that the other snipers can do which TLR cannot compete with. I can see this as maybe promoting an increase in overkill or pistol users because of the less than average stats that I mentioned. But if there's one thing that I can give to COD players is that they'd use anything as long as it has high damage or high damage output, and this has high damage. So the downside can be mitigated somewhat if you're not really using this as a main sniper and pair this with a secondary or a backup weapon. Its other downsides are much smaller in comparison and it's a bit nitpicky, but I feel like it's still worth mentioning. The TLR's Gunsmith lacks any lung refresher attachments. For anyone who doesn't play sniper class as an actual sniper, The long refresh attribute affects how long you can stay ADS before your crosshairs start to drift. It's very small stuff. This is also a horrible transition to say there isn't a sleight of hand weapon perk either, converting sleight of hand into a mag option. This should make picking your mag a harder choice, but in my opinion it's kind of like the Fnac, in which they have like 2 mag options which are really good, and then there's the third one which is like whatever, you know. I don't really see a problem with the tree line rifle. It's more like recognizing what kind of shape you want to mold it in, and there's 2 that you can mold it in right now. And that's it for the downsides. I will now talk about the upsides. Ah yes, so much to say. The one thing I like it immensely for is the whole body one-shot capability. I've really wanted a cheese weapon like the old stopping power Arctic for a while now, and before you save the ZRG you can do that. I know, I wrote a whole bit about it before scrapping it entirely, and here's a counter argument to that. The 3LR has 20 rounds, and that's it. Boom. Done. Next. Weapon diversity is something I like about the Gunsmith system. Not the early version of the Gunsmith system where you solve basically the same thing, you slap the mono suppressor with no stock, put on a red dot with extend mag, and add granulated grip tape. No. This, and actually all recent guns, have provided a nice fork in the road that doesn't lay down the typical BR. No recoil 2025 100% accuracy Gunsmith build. You can either go big damage or quick aiming. Wait a second. Oh my god, reflex sights. I don't know when or why or what caused codm to go bonkers for red dots and traditional rifles lately, but I'm kinda liking it. It makes it stand out against the other snipers and isn't boring like the HDR. Wow, it actually brings something new to the table. Amazing. This move will probably draw in more quickscopers to this gun, which I think is the intention with the decked out quickscoper build being the same ADS speed as the Outlaw. In terms of movement speed though, it isn't quite there, but hey, I'll take anything. Last point I want to make is that the attachments look so damn sick. I really like the attachment cosmetics that codm has put out for new guns and that they've updated for the old version. It looks really nice. Side note, look at this stealth carbine I made with the attachments. It's so cool! That's it for this section. Let us head to the last part of this video, which is my predictions for where this weapon will go in the meta. Personally, I believe this will dominate the current sniping meta. The 3LR encourages both quick and hard scoping. Of course, it isn't as well-rounded as other rifles, but I believe that it's good in the more meaningful stats. In Battle Royale, you probably won't be shaking anything up, mainly because there are other snipers that have some sort of slowdown or effect while being able to output the same amount of damage as the 3-line rifle. That doesn't make it bad per se, but if I had to choose between the 3LR or the concussion DLQ, I'd pick the DLQ. If it wasn't obvious enough, I wholeheartedly believe this will be meta if codm decides to keep the 3LR as it is currently. A very interesting addition to the sniper roster that'll definitely shake up the sniping scene for multiplayer, and while admittedly being stale on Battle Royale, will still be a viable pickup for those with sharp accuracy. But what do you think? Is this too broken? Is this actually somewhat balanced? Start a war in the comments, but as of now, only time will tell. Thank you to FTES Sadface and Arvinash for subscribing, and also everyone else who is still subscribed to me. I'm grateful that you are. I have a few scripts working. Obviously, I feel like saying I have something planned is a bit of a empty shell right now. But I have a few stuff planned. Whether I will actually finish them is another question, of course. But I hope to see the end of those projects, and I hope that you guys will also see said projects. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna stay up late to edit this video and also wait for the new season in the meantime. Have a good day, have a good night. Whichever it is, I just hope you're doing fine. And bye-bye.